Ever wonder why some outfits just don't look quite right, even when they're trendy or fresh off the rack? Well, dressing for your body shape can be tricky, but I've got some simple yet powerful styling hacks that can make every outfit work for your figure. And trust me, you'll want to stay tuned because the last tip is something most people never see coming. It's a total game changer. Let's jump right into the rectangle body shape. This is when your bust, waist, and hips are about the same size, so you don't have that natural curve at the waist. If you're wondering if this is you, take a moment to measure your waist and hips. If there isn't a big difference between them, you're most likely a rectangle. Personally, I love working with this shape because you can really play with creating curves in a creative way. One of the best ways to add some shape is by defining the waistline. Trust me, something as simple as adding a belt to your favorite dress can completely transform your look. I love pairing A-line skirts with fitted tops, too. A-line skirts flare out at just the right spot, giving the illusion of a more defined waist and curvier hips. It's all about creating balance here. Another hack I swear by is strategic layering. If you're worried about looking too straight or lacking definition, try layering with a structured blazer or jacket. Even better, go for one with some shoulder pads. Yes, they're back and they work wonders. By broadening your shoulders, you can make your waist look smaller in comparison, which is key for a rectangle shape. If you want to test out any of the styling items I mentioned, I've linked some belts, A-line skirts, and blazers in the description box below. These are great for experimenting with different ways to style your shape. Don't forget, even the smallest details can make a big difference. Next up is the apple body shape. If your waist is fuller and you carry most of your weight in your midsection, this might be you. You'll notice that your shoulders are broad and your hips are narrower in comparison. To check if you're apple-shaped, measure around your waist and hips. If your waist is larger and your shoulders are broad, then you're definitely in this category. Apple shapes tend to get a bad rap, but honestly, there are so many ways to flatter this body type. Here's the first hack. Draw attention away from your midsection and up towards your chest or shoulders. V-neck or scoop neck tops are your best friend here. They create a vertical line that draws the eye upwards, elongating your torso and slimming down the midsection. It's a super simple trick, but it makes a big difference. For dresses, the empire waist is a lifesaver for apple shapes. Empire waistlines sit just below the bust, emphasizing the narrowest part of your torso and letting the fabric flow gracefully over the rest. I love empire waist dresses for their comfort and style. They're just so flattering for this shape. If you've been struggling to find tops and dresses that work for your apple shape, check out the description box below. I've added some V-neck tops and empire waist dresses that I love. Seriously, they'll be game changers for you. Hourglass ladies, this one's for you. You've got a naturally balanced figure with a defined waist. Your bust and hips are about the same size, and your waistline is smaller, kind of like that classic Marilyn Monroe silhouette. If you're not sure, grab a tape measure. If your waist is at least 25% smaller than your bust or hips, congratulations, you're an hourglass. For hourglass shapes, my biggest tip is to embrace your curves. You've got a beautiful figure, so show it off. Fitted clothing works best here. Think wrap dresses, bodycon dresses, or anything that hugs your waistline. The key is to accentuate that waist without adding bulk. So go for clothes that highlight your natural shape. High-waisted pants are also amazing for this shape. They sit right at the smallest part of your waist and give you that perfect curve from your waist down to your hips. Pair them with a tucked-in top that hits just above the waist, and voila, you're ready to go. I've linked some of my favorite wrap dresses and high-waisted pants in the description box. These are perfect for hourglass shapes. Don't be afraid to embrace your curves, there's no need to hide them. Now, if your hips are wider than your bust and shoulders, with a well-defined waist, you've got a pear shape. You'll know you're a pear if your hips are larger than your bust and your waist is smaller. This is one of the most common body types, and I think it's so fun to style because it's all about creating balance between your upper and lower half. The first trick for pear shapes is drawing attention to your upper body. Go for tops with bold patterns, embellishments, or details that highlight your shoulders or chest. Whether it's ruffles, sequins, or just an interesting neckline, adding volume or visual interest to your upper body helps balance your wider hips. Wide leg pants and A-line skirts are also amazing for pear shapes. I love these styles because they flow away from your hips, creating a balanced silhouette. A-line skirts, in particular, start small at the waist and gently flare out, which helps to create proportion between your upper and lower body. And ladies, don't forget about outerwear. If you're pear-shaped, go for jackets that hit right at your waist or slightly above your hips. This helps define your waist without adding bulk to your lower half. Cropped jackets or blazers with structured shoulders work wonders for this. If you're in the market for some wide leg pants, A-line skirts, or cropped jackets, I've got you covered. Check out the description below for my go-to picks. And now, for my ladies with a round body shape. If your midsection is fuller, your waist isn't as defined, and your bust is larger than your hips, you fall into this category. To check, measure around your waist, bust, and hips. If your waist is bigger and you've got a fuller bust, this is likely you. The key for round shapes is to elongate your torso and avoid adding extra volume around your midsection. You'll want to focus on creating vertical lines with your clothes. Tops with a V-neck or long necklaces can help draw the eye downward, making you look taller and more streamlined. It's one of my favorite tricks for this shape. Another hack is to go for dresses that have some structure but aren't too tight. Wrap dresses or shift dresses that lightly skim over your waist without clinging can make a huge difference. These styles add definition without drawing attention to your midsection, which is key for round shapes. Avoid bulky layers, especially around the waist. Instead, opt for sleek, tailored outerwear like single-breasted coats or long cardigans that hit mid-thigh. These elongate your figure and give you a more balanced look without adding extra width. And of course, I've linked my favorite picks for round shapes like V-neck tops, wrap dresses, and tailored coats. Check the description below for more details. Now I'm curious. Which body shape do you think fits you best? How do you usually style it? Let me know in the comment section below. Here's the tip I've been saving from the beginning. Tailoring. This is the secret weapon that most people overlook. Honestly, one of the easiest ways to make your outfit look like it was made for your body is to get it tailored. Off the rack, clothing is designed to fit a general body shape, but your shape is unique. A little nip at the waist, shortening a hem, or adjusting the shoulders can make even a budget-friendly piece look high-end. It's not about buying the most expensive clothes, but about making the clothes you already have fit you perfectly. For example, I used to buy dresses that just didn't sit right at the waist, and it made the whole outfit feel off. Once I started getting them tailored, it was like magic. Everything just looked and felt better. Tailoring can completely transform your wardrobe without you needing to overhaul your entire closet. And the best part? It doesn't have to cost a fortune. A small alteration here and there can make a huge difference. If you enjoyed this video, you'll definitely love this next one where I share some really helpful styling tips for short women over 50. Trust me, it's filled with hacks you won't want to miss, so go ahead and click on it right after this.